Yo, what's good, folks? Welcome back to my Charmander YouTube channel. We're going to look at some black labels. We're going to open up one that we just got in the mail. Really excited to have this card in my collection. But before we do that, let's show and tell this Gengar. I love this Misaki Gengar. You have to actually send in the Haunter from the vending series, Japanese exclusive. Haunter plus the trainer card to get this Misaki, and they would mail you this card in return, which is why in the late 90s it was actually not a lot of people did it, so very hard to get your hands on this Misaki Gengar. One of the best artworks. We're gonna look at a quick Dragon Ball card, Dragon Ball Super card. This is a graded card. Check out their website. Use promo code Charmander if you want to get yourself some graded cards. They fit BGS and PSA and CGC. Here we go. We have 2020 Son Goku Vegeta, Universal from Universal Onslaught, and a PSA 10. Anything with Vegeta and Goku, especially in their Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct form, is just so gnarly. Love this slab. Happy to have that one. We're gonna look at. This is actually the first BGS card that I bought. I don't really gamble and try to send it to BGS because a lot of them are going to be a 9.5, and I'm going to have to crack them out. And so this is an example of a BGS 10 Black Label Deoxys. Not a very expensive card, but the Black Label really increases the value of any Pokemon card. I just thought the artwork looks really cool. And you need to have centering, edges, corners, and surface in a 10, which is very hard. A lot of times you'll see centering with a 9.5. But that was the first BGS 10 that I bought. Here's a quick look at a CGC 10. This is their new CGC labels. They actually used to look like the blue labels, as you recall. This Magikarp in English has been going up in value, but I think it looks pretty good in Japanese as well. But yeah, you can actually send it back to CGC and they'll give you the new pristine 10 label, which I think looks pretty good. I think this label looks nice. I think it looks pretty clean, and it's not as hard to get this label compared to the BGS 10 Black Label. Okay, I know we've been kind of delaying this, but we're going to take a look at this new Black Label that we got. Met a guy on eBay, and we started to message on Instagram, which is kind of a gamble. You can still do PayPal goods and services, but it's kind of a win-win because the seller gets to avoid a lot of the fees, eBay fees. And so a lot of times as a buyer, you can get a discount. You have to make sure that they have really good rapport, really good feedback, and that they're a trusted seller. I usually prefer to go through eBay as a middleman for some of the high-end graded cards. eBay does authenticate cards over, I believe it's 300. Anyways, this is the new BGS 10 Black Label that I got for my collection. Japanese. Here we go. Without further ado, we got Espeon VMAX. I'm so happy this one came in safely through the mail. So happy to have this. I'm actually going to switch this graded guard real quick. It's nice that the guy sent in one of these protectors as well. But let's go ahead and put in it looks better in black, right? Can't have a black label and a white protector. Nice thick slab. BGS 10. Black label from Beckett. Espeon VMAX. This is from the EV Heroes promo Japanese box. We still have one sealed. And I love this artwork. If you look at it really close, they just did a great job on this artwork. Espeon VMAX sleeping on the house. We're going to look at some cards that we will be submitting to CGC and PSA. But before we do that, we have a bunch of cards we're going to do. Why don't we go ahead and look at the reason why I picked up this Espeon VMAX is because this year we also were fortunate enough to get a BGS 10 English, as you can guess from the graded guard protector, the holy grail of modern Pokemon cards, the best alternate art from Evolving Skies, Umbreon VMAX, BGS 10 Black Label. Very, very happy to have these two cards. I think they look great as a set. Ideally, I wanted them both in Japanese or both English, but hey, we will have to be okay with some of them. I mean, just having them in different languages. I collect both English and Japanese. I do prefer Japanese over English, but the fact that English can get a BGS 10 Black Label is not easy. I would say the English is probably worth more, and it's probably easier to get it in Japanese for the Black Labels. But there is a high population of Black Labels for both these cards. But as a collector, these are two cards that I would want to keep in my collection for as long as possible. I believe the BGS 10 Black Labels have the potential to double in value in a span of 5 to 10 years. So happy to have these two. Love these cards. So happy to have them. Here's a cool custom Espeon and Umbreon. I know it's custom, but I thought the Venticular of being able to do something like that is so cool. Sorry for the glare, but you have Espeon to the sun and Umbreon to the moon. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some cards that we will be submitting off for grading. Starting with some Pokemon cards. Let's zoom out here a little bit. Okay. We got a fat stack. We got all these cards to look through. I'm not sure what's going to go to PSA and what's going to go to CGC just yet, but we're going to have to submit these cards in the next few months. Starting with this EVAR, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I believe there's 7 evolution. No, 8. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 evolutions. So we got 2 of these. We pulled Monfernape AR. I just think it looks cool. We pulled Tyranitar SR. Here is a Chinese Umbreon. I'm not sure where to send this one to. You can write down in the comments if you think I should go with BGS or PSA or CGC. Right now, I'm leaning towards CGC just because I really do like their pristine 10s. But the Black Label just takes the cake. Black Label is king over graded cards. Just it's so hard to get those 4 in a perfect 10, right? We have a Salamante. I forget its real name. The Iron Salamence. I think this card is beautiful. We didn't pull this one. We just bought it loose. Japanese. I think cards like this will hold value over time. Shoot, I'm getting a little unorganized here. We have Roxanne. I believe she's from Battle Region. We have Gengar SR. I can't remember if it's Wild Force or Cyber Judge. We have Blaziken. I believe this is Chinese. We've got some Chinese alternate arts. Blaziken and Espeon. You can actually really tell the difference here in how the holo is done between the two. I think the Japanese one looks much better, much cleaner. This has kind of like a weird, I don't know, holo on it, but nonetheless, nice artwork. All right, we have Metagross. There is a long story about this Vaporeon Gold Star. I do a lot of vending events in my state, and I was at a card shop, and unfortunately, wasn't watching my cards too carefully, and someone snatched and stole this Vaporeon Gold Star, and we did have to have a talk because it was on camera. So I did have to confront the person, and we were able to retrieve the Gold Star back. And so, very long story about this one, but happy to have this in my collection. Once again, it really does mean a lot. Any Gold Star card is very valuable, and it's not in mint condition. It might get even a PSA 7 or so, but I think I love the card as it is. Here we go. We have more Gengars. We have a couple more Gengars that should be with these other Gengars. Where are they? Shoot, give me a second, folks. There we go. Might as well organize it while we can. This is Bianca. We have two of them. I was able to get these two, and so I had to get the third one to complete the set. Obviously, this one looks the best, I think. The synthwave type of background, but these cards are really well done, which is good for Pokemon collecting, because it shows that Pokemon is really trying to do their best job in creating these beautiful artworks. We have a Charizard EX. This is from 151. Very hard card to pull. So again, this is just one of those cards that it's kind of zoomed out. Charizard to the sun. Excellent artwork for this card. I do go by Charmander. Make sure you find me on Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel. But yeah, we have a shiny Charmander. Lucario VMAX. I think this card looks cool. V-Star, my bad. V-Star. It's a very unique artwork where the card is like zoomed in. Unlike the Charizard, it's like super zoomed into his face, which looks really cool. Again, some of these cards aren't extremely valuable in value. They've kind of come down a lot, V-Star Universe, but I really like these legendary Pokemons. I don't know if we have a Raikou in here, but Suicune and Entei. We sold some Mews earlier, and I just think this is a great AR artwork. Some of the ARs are doing so good right now. People are collecting the ARs because it's not just the secret rares that people are chasing. It's having SRs like this, ARs like this. Look at that Steelix. I love it. I'm a big Steelix fan, and you have these people doing some construction. We're going to have to talk a little bit about the classic set in Japanese. Classic blows out the English counterpart. Classic set has been going down in value, but for me, I am buying them up because I think the holo work on these cards are gorgeous. Very good job. We have Charmander, Charmeleon, and of course we have a couple Charizards to send in. Again, let me know in the comments if you think I should send these cards to PSA, BGS, or CGC. Some of these Charizards, I'm leaning for PSA just because they have to be really nice on the centering to get a pristine 10. Plus the red for, let me see, like the red on PSA, as you know, the red borders would look better with fire type Pokemon. But yeah, I believe in this card. It's a reprint of the base set Charizard, and I have the vision to see 10, 20 years down the line. And sure, it's not easy to hold on to them for that long, but grading is really the long game. It's not a quick flip. It's people in 2044 20 years from now, if I'm still, yeah, I should still be alive. um, you know, this card might be worth something. Who knows? I mean, no one really anticipated it back then, so cards like this might actually hold value and actually increase over time. That is kind of the goal of Pokemon investments, Pokemon collecting. Again, trying to sell cards is not easy. I like there's a Delibird and a Tyranitar and a what's that Volcarona iron form? There's another Delibird like way over here too. Man, that is such a nice artwork. I love it, love it, love it. We do have some Squirtles from the classic set and War Turtle. I've mispronounced War Turtle for like the longest time. I would say War Turtle, but it's War Turtle. And Squirtle, people don't realize this, but he's a squirrel and a turtle, and he squirts, water guns. So like that's just a perfect name for him. I didn't really catch on that it's a squirrel tail for like the longest time. And of course we have Blastoise, which over Charizard, I'm a big Blastoise fan. I was big on Venusaur back in the day. Started off with Bulbasaur, loved Sleep Powder, Razor Leaf, Sludge Bomb. But Blastoise has access to Shell Smash. That one move makes Cloyster just so broken. Makes Pokemon like Blastoise and Torterra, if they can do Shell Smash with a White Herb, if you play Pokemon Showdown, then you know that one Shell Smash and you're in business. You can sweep an entire team. And I think Pokemon's going to continue to pump out games, make new Pokemon. They have such a great IP. So for the long term, dads and moms and their kids and their grandchildren will be collecting Pokemon cards and go back to where it all started. Base set, and again, these are reprints. These are the classic set from Japanese, and it came with that giant big box that I don't have because I don't have space to carry that big play set. But here's a look at Bulbasaur, Ivysaur. Easier to get your hands on the pre-evolutions, but the Venusaurs, the final evolution for Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur is where it's at. So I like the gold holo on this. Again, the market for it is going down, and that's for me the best time to buy. Buy low, sell high. I'm happy that I can actually pick these up for a lower cost. We're gonna take a quick look at some of these promo Bulbasaurs. Wow, I didn't know we had so many. I was just gonna sell them loose, and the more I think about it, Bulbasaur is such a popular guy that I think I'm gonna grade these cards, and I think with promo cards, they actually do a pretty good job, and I wouldn't be surprised if they could get a BGS 10 Black Label. You send in 5, you might get 1 or 2 back, a Black Label, maybe, possibly, or you can get a bunch of 9.5s. So again, let me know in the comments, BGS, PSA, or CGC. I don't know how to split these cards up, still trying to figure it out. You know, I could spend hours looking at the back of these cards, seeing if the centering is good. If you have any recommendations, any advice or tips in terms of which cards to send where, let me know. Love this Squirtle artwork. Here is here's one more. We sent a couple more of them. Okay. Let's finish up this stack. What do we have here? I think we have a bunch of Gengars, more Gengars. Wow. Another card I believe in, just because Gengar is a popular guy. He's my favorite Pokemon. Even Gengar in this trainer, Morty's Conviction, I think it's called. Nice Gengar coming out of the ground. We love Gengar. Here's a Masaki Gengar one more time. We have big Gengar Light we're not using right now, but here's a look at kind of my background. We went a little ham on the Pokemon figures. These are Pokemon World Scale figures. We're gonna do a whole video for this another time. But we have these wine black displays. Yeah, it gets a lot of dust, but this I gotta mention that these display steps are so good for having it at different levels. If you can imagine it just being flat, it would still be okay, but to have it kind of in a bleacher stand style, I think is makes it look really nice. We got some figures all over the place that we gotta display here. But here's a quick look at some of my Pokemon figures. I just always have to take some time to showcase these figures that I love. I love that they're in scale. We have Agumon, and that's not, what's this guy's name again? Let me know in the comments if you know. Okay, let's get back to the Pokemon cards. We do have some more figures coming. This guy is flying from Japan to US to get me some of these figures because these are not easy to get your hands on, and I have to make sure that they stay clean from all the dust. A lot of dust can get on these figures, so you have to be a little careful. All right, let's get back to the cards. We're putting, this is supposed to be a short video. It's already past 20 minutes, so let's continue on here. Okay, we're gonna take a look at some Disney Lorcana cards. We've taken a break from Pokemon to focus on Disney Lorcana, specifically Chapter 1. We have Mickey Mouse from Emerald, Tinkerbell, and the Steel from Chapter 1. Interesting how they made her a giant fairy. That's interesting. We have a Rapunzel. I think it's just regular cold foil. We have Beast. Let me know again. This is like the 4th time I'm saying it. Do I go with CGC? Do I go with PSA? I don't see any Enchanteds in a black label, but I think it has a good shot at getting a pristine tan like this for CGC. It seems like a majority of folks in the market are wanting PSA, and I get it. PSA has been around for a long time, and they do a good job. But lately, I'm really digging the CGC. I'd rather get this one over the PSA 10. But if it gets the junk 10, you know, the regular 10, then I would rather go with PSA. But you don't know. And so far, again, no black labels that I've seen on the market for Enchanteds. We have Genie on the job. Okay, this Scyther classic set's kind of out of place, but we have a Scyther, another Beast. We're gonna have to organize these. What I'm planning to do is send some cards to PSA and some to CGC. But looking at these black labels in the background here, again, I am like, should I go with BGS for some of these cards? Should I go with BGS to hopefully get a black label? Is it possible? Disney Lorcana, I don't think so. This is a beautiful enchanted Cinderella from Chapter 2, Rise of the Floodborn. What a beautiful card. I'm not a huge Cinderella fan, but this card artwork just looks just immaculate, just elegant and so stunning. We have Mickey Mouse, Wayward Sorcerer. They're pumping out more broom type of cards to make Amethyst work with this Mickey Mouse. Okay, we have Elsa. Now, I have another question for you guys, if you guys are still watching and you collect Disney Lorcana, is how can you really tell the difference between Chapter 2 and Chapter 1? It seems like there is a difference on like the fade or the color. Like I can tell there's like a difference, and I think it's something to do with the background and the color of it. Is that just me? But it looks like this one really seems to be different from the others. Is that just me? Kind of hard to tell through the camera, but we have 4 Elsas. Spirit of Winter. I think they should make an Ana. I think they should make an Ana Enchanted. I think that would blow up as well. Great, great Enchanted. Again, this is like the first edition base set Charizard, if you will, of Disney Lorcana. I don't think you can have too many of these. The price has doubled in the past like 2 months. I don't even want to sell these. I just, they're so good. I have a whole play set. We did get one signed by Matthew Robert Davies, the artist. I actually use this in my Amethyst Ruby decks. And you get to what is it called? Deep Freeze and exert 2 characters. Okay, we'll move on from the Elsas. We do have a Robin Hood. One of my favorite cards in the game, if you're playing Emerald Steel or any Steel deck, you gotta have Robin Hood, because when he banishes a character, he gets 2 lore. Can anyone confirm if... oh, it says during your turn. Okay. Not if someone else challenges him. And you get to draw a card, that's right. I don't even remember watching Robin Hood, but love that card in the game. Namari, not a very popular princess. She is a princess, technically a Disney princess. Very forgettable character, not no one's favorite character, but she is an Enchanted. We do have Beast again. I like this Beast. I think it's a underrated artwork, so I have a lot of these Beasts because I'm kind of a sucker for Beauty and the Beast. We have Snow White. It would be kind of cool if they put like 7 dwarves in the background. Whenever this character quests, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand. So that's another way of drawing a card and drawing the card that you want from your discard. 6 uninkable is a little, I don't know. Okay, again, we have a lot of Beasts. We have a couple Genies. Shout out to Robin Williams. I think this is a good card to use in your Emerald decks. He's evasive as well. We have a Mickey, 2 other Mickeys. The lesser popular Mickey Enchanted. It's interesting how they did 2 Mickeys in the same set. I think they should have spread it out. We have Madam Mim, who turns into a purple dragon. It is inkable, which is nice. A little hard to kind of get out onto the field. You have to have 2 characters in play. We have, and then Along Came Zeus, which is a very fun song to play in any Steel deck. Does 5 damage to a character or location, which is really nice. And a cost of 4. I mean, even though it's uninkable, I think more people are running this more than Smash. I like Zeus in the background. For Steel, Steel has like the worst enchanted cards because it's so dull looking and gray, but I do think Tinkerbell from Steel looks nice. Very, very fun card to play if you don't know how to play Disney Lorcana. Does 1 damage to all the characters. Just so much utility. You can do 4 strength, 5 willpower, and then when it kills something, banishes something, you can do 2 damage to target another character. Oh, it looks like we have another one. We've pulled 2 Tinkerbells. And I think we've pulled 2 bells or 1 bell. I forget. But yeah, my bad, Sapphire Belle. She is one of my top favorite Disney princesses. Very iconic, classic Belle. Strange but special. The card I'm really excited to get is not the Rockstar Stitch promo, which I still don't have. The card I really want to get is the Rapunzel promo that'll be released in this year. Then we have Mickey Mouse, Wayward Sorcerer. We went over Hades. Not my favorite character, probably the worst enchanted to pull from Chapter 1. If they made it Hercules, I would have been pretty happy with. There is a Hercules enchanted, but just not a big Hades fan. Just I mean, he's okay. He's all right, but the whole blonde hair thing, I don't care for it, to be honest. Very good card in Amber, though. Told you we have a lot of beasts because I like beasts. Plain and simple. We have Hercules. Watched this movie, fairly recent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Hercules. Has resist +2. Again, let me know if you think PSA or CGC. I still can't decide. I think it would look pretty nice in this label here, wouldn't it? I'm leaning towards CGC, which is against popular opinions. Then we have Sishu? Sisu? Shisu? Divine Water Dragons. Dragons tend to do well. We have Maleficent. I think this card is underrated. I like the purple and green colors, the black. It just looks so nice. Not a big Maleficent fan, but nice card. We have Chernabog. We pulled a Chernabog. I don't even know who this character is, but he looks menacing. I see this in when I play on Pixelborn, but it's funny that the person puts all this work to getting the Chernabog out, maybe on turn 5, maybe 4, 5, 6, and then you have a Dragonfire, or you have something that like can banish a character. Then we have Scrooge McDuck. Just such an odd character to give it enchanted to. I'm hoping with chapter 4, 5, 6, they're gonna choose better characters. Scrooge McDuck is not a fan favorite. They put a lot of good ones in chapter 1. Here is a Carefree Surfer Stitch. I don't know why the fish is eating toast. Stitch is a very likable character. We have a couple Aladdins here. Aladdin got dogged on a lot. Aladdin's one of my favorite movies. I would say it's in my top 3 Disney movies. So I like it. And this is a really good card. Sometimes you can get away with hitting a character, like especially if you can shift onto little Aladdin, do enough damage to kill something off. The opponent loses 2 lore and you gain 2 lore, which is a huge 4 difference in swing. And sometimes I think this would be good or paired with either Elsa that can exert another character, or Pinocchio. I know I'm going a little too deep into the gameplay and the meta, but this is one of the reasons why I believe in Disney Lorcana, not just because of the IP, not just because of characters. This is another character that I think will increase in value because Dwayne Johnson is going to be playing the Rock in the live action Moana, and this card with the fishhook, especially if you know what I'm talking about. The fishhook can go onto Maui for free and add either evasive or I believe it's 3 damage, which can knock out any location, and he has rush. So boom, he comes out, takes out the location with the fishhook. If you know, you know. We have Madam Mim. Great stat line. Again, very hard to play in a bounce deck. You need to have like some Minnie Mouse or Olaf so you can like take them back to your hand, bounce them back to your hand, play Madam Mim. But I guess what could happen is that they have something that can take her out. Not a lot of characters can do 7 damage, but something that, you know, says banish or return a character. There's a lot of those hard removal type of songs and actions. We have Morph, who I love, from Treasure Planet. Artwork is okay. He looks like a fish, but anything can shift onto it. So let's see, do we have a shift character? So like Aurora, for example, can shift onto Morph. Anything can shift onto Morph, which is really cool. What a great effect. That means that these big, strong characters, Aladdin and anything that has shift can come out a little bit earlier. So this says shift 5. I guess I'm thinking of like maybe Robin Hood is good in Emerald or Emerald Steel. Turn 3 you have Robin Hood, and turn 4 you can have Beast. You can have Tinkerbell, and you don't know what your opponent is going to use to shift onto morphs. But with only one willpower, sometimes people can target it and knock it out because they know people are trying to set up something. Beautiful artwork for Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. I love it. I dig it. I've never been able to pull one of these cards. Everyone's chasing the Elsas, but I think this is an underlooked card for sure. I like the little Disney castle here in the background. Yeah, enough about that card. We have Arthur. Happy to have this one in my collection. I don't see a lot of people playing Arthur anymore, but as an artwork, I feel like Amethyst has like some of the best like colors to it. Looks really nice. We have Shere Khan. I still want to see like villains come up with like a really good deck, maybe with the Jafar or something like that. I like this card. Whenever one of your characters challenges another character, gain 1 lore. So that's perfect for Ruby. That's so Ruby. Have something rush, and then whenever you're challenging another character, which there's a lot of characters with rush like Maui, or you can use Rafiki and Amethyst, or anything with that can just challenge. Boom, you gain a lore. Boom, you gain a lore. I think this is an undervalued card as well. Shere Khan. Oh, we do have to take a little bit of time to talk about Peter Pan Enchanted. These two cards are different. They look the same, but one is an error card, or errata card, if you will. The errata, I'll point out real quick if you don't know, if you look at this one, it says character's name Peter Pan. Over here, it says character's name Peter Pan, and it has a little like, can you see that? Like a weird parentheses thing right after Pan. It's not supposed to have that. See the two difference? There's nothing. This is corrected. Someone was able to spot that difference, and that made this errata Peter Pan Enchanted even more valuable. All right, we got to finish up this video here. We have some other cards. I love this Lilo. Love this Maleficent artwork. I don't have my hands on any D23 cards, but I think Rockstar Stitch, the promo, not this one, is going to do well because you can only get it from a tournament, winning a tournament, top 4. We have Mickey Mouse. I think Brave Little Tailor is going to be doing pretty well. This is the same artwork as the D23. We have Ariel, just Code Foil, Maleficent, Code Foil, Legendary, and then we have Mickey Mouse. What's actually been doing well is the Elsa promo. Anyways, that is it for this video. Sorry we kind of went on a whole Disney tangent. This was primarily supposed to just showcase the Espeon and Umbreon BGS 10 Black Label. So happy, so excited to have these two in my collection. Great artworks, some of the best artworks from Sword and Shield era. Umbreon and Espeon, you know, they just go together. These are from Gen 2. Like not Soul Silver, but Silver and Gold. You have to evolve Eevee in the night or evolve Eevee in the day, and man, just so nostalgic. Great to see their Gigantamax or Dynamax form. Happy to have this in a BGS 10 Black Label. But again, once again, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to all the supporters who already follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and stay tuned for my next video, and go ahead and check out my other videos. Mahalo.